the stream goes back up.
You can also just turn off the mic in OBS.
Yeah. Well, it was that I fixed it, but then when I was fixing adjusting the rest of it back to what it was, everything crashed. So I promise this is the only thing that I'm not at least mildly tech savvy with. All right, I think we're back live.
Okay, I'll refresh.
I'm going to grab this link real quick and I'll throw it up just to make sure.
I don't know about you guys, but when I refresh, it loops until it gets to the part where it crashes and then it just loads.
Same.
Well,
just go to his main page and then
okay,
click the latest live stream. But I think it's still crashing. Hey, you know Twitch? It's much better for live streaming.
Yeah. It's just when I talked to the staff, I think they said we should try YouTube first, but I think I'll migrate this over to Twitch.
Yeah, definitely I agree. YouTube is a good place to start because you kind of want to have things set up right for Twitch before you pop in on there. That's where I used to stream.
Well, yeah, I've streamed video games before without issue. It's just doing this style is kind of new. Not something I'm used to at all. We should try YouTube first, but I think...
Yeah, I never did YouTube.
Yeah.
Are there any fish in that tank behind you?
Yeah, so those are where my flower horns are.
Oh. Like multiple, or is it?
There's one. My male, new little baby male is in this one, and my female's in this one. Although I think they sit behind the chair because they're begging for food. They just kind of gravitate to wherever I am.
Are they 2 tanks?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
one?
2 tanks.
2. It kind of looks like 1 tank.
Yeah, it's kind of synchronized because the blue is the flower. It brings the flower horn's color out. But sorry about that confusion, guys.
All good. At least you figured it out. That's what test streams are for.
Yeah. It's just, it's taking a bigger step because I've never had to deal with just talking. Alright. Oh, somebody left. Who left?
Ape.
Just make sure. It'd suck because I hope we didn't just lose all the viewers. It says I have both one of them still alive. I think created a new issue.
It just keeps looping for me. Let's see. Yeah, it shows that 2 are live.
I wonder how to stop that.
Maybe just close out your OBS.
There it is. Oh, it's because it was open in YouTube. End.
Okay.
There we go. Hey, hour and 40 minutes. Alright. There, that should be over. All done. Alright. Whoop. Man, the Discord disconnect such a jump scare sound. Oh, jeez, dude.
Well, I mean, it's useful. I mean, you can turn it off, but it's always nice to know when people pop in and out.
Yeah. Especially when you're like focused on one thing and you just, ba-doop, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a video of a fish at least on screen because I know. And we're at 0 viewers. Wonderful. I think next time I have a $25 Fandango gift card that I'll give away on one of these streams.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, take money.
Yeah, we'll definitely get you some overlays. I made all of my own overlays and banners and all that jazz when I streamed, and I'm currently taking a web design
Uh,
class, so I'm building all that.
uh, sorry, that something just disappeared. But yeah, that's awesome. But what you said you streamed? Did you stream games or? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What all did you stream?
yeah, it was a variety streamer. Mostly RPG type games. Like I did Fallout 4,
Nice.
um, The Witcher, Wild Hunt, at Borderlands. Basically anything that interests me. I have over 300 games on Steam, and so I would rotate periodically. I also had a lot of
Nice.
multiplayer games.
Awesome. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge. Oh, it disappeared again. What? Oh, I forgot to tell it to loop. I'm a ding dong. But yeah, I just I thought this would be a cool way to get more people like engaged, on the server. Something we could it could be a bigger everybody could participate in.
For
Um,
sure.
and
And I know this is something that Aaron has wanted to, or at least has on the checklist of things to get going.
yeah, and I just figured, I haven't been able to do much since I started college and moving, so I figured might as well just jump right back in and try and get this going.
Yeah.
But and not to say it doesn't keep me busy, at least, uh, you know, it, it's kind of hard to stay busy when you're out on your own for the first time, and I had to.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a big deal, but it's definitely just
Oh, no.
that adjustment period.
Exactly.
But thankfully, I'm hoping to find. I think I'm finding some new opportunities, so I can not be unemployed, which is always great. And basically, just stuff to keep myself busy. Oh, the fish tanks are great for that because there's always something going wrong. There's always
Right?
there's always algae. There's always something
Uh-huh.
breaking. But
I don't know about you, but I actually keep a log book and I log every like change in my tank. So if there's an algae bloom, I would write that down and then maybe write down what dimming setting I have on my light and try to, find correlations by logging all the
yeah,
little changes
I
or anytime I
used
add something new.
I used to try and do that, but I I got distracted too easily. I kept forgetting about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't do it as like if there's nothing new going on in the tank and it's pretty stable.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah.
I stopped too after trying to. It's just after my first when my flower horn got sick. That was a fish I had a real strong attachment to, and I just couldn't
Mm-hmm.
bear to even look at the tank when I wasn't treating it
Aw.
because he got hexat. So like I mentioned in the stream before, the power went out right as he was starting
Mhm.
to take that upward swing back to
Mhm.
recovery. His nuchal hump was filling back in his color, and his tank. I mean, the tank temperature got down to like 63. It got so cold that night because we lost. Power was out for 10, 12, 10, 8, 10, 12 hours. Um, and I honestly think just with it combined with his bad genetics, it just there
Yeah.
was no coming back. Within a period of days, the hexatema, the whole it had gone all the way through his gill plate. It was I had actually gotten the stuff to euthanize him, but he actually was dead by the time I came home with the stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sucked.
Oh,
But
damn.
I learned a lot of lessons. I have one male that in the move got stressed and got white poop, but I got the
Uh,
medicine. I learned a lot from him to make sure these fish
right.
don't suffer the same fate. So I'm grateful for that. That's the big thing is having those experiences and then being able to help others. You know,
Absolutely.
like where
Mine
am I?
had so many problems.
Yeah,
And it sucks because they can't talk to you. You can't always know what's going on, and there's
yeah.
a lot of symptoms and a lot of different things that it could be. And
That is the most fascinating. It makes you realize that even with dogs, cats, there's auditory, there's like behavior, like
mm-hmm.
distinct, like they seek out help. There's a behavior pattern. With fish, they're not. There's no connection to humans there, where they
I
except that.
wouldn't say
Well,
that.
yeah, I'd say they understand who you are, but there's nothing. There's no mechanism that they would know how to indicate to you that they need help.
I
Except,
think you're underestimating, or either that or my fish is amazing.
oh, your fish is probably
Because,
amazing.
well, he is totally
See,
amazing.
I'm not saying that they don't get symptoms and stuff.
No.
It's just,
What I
oh, go ahead.
what I was gonna say is like, so he actually has a compound fracture in his fin,
Mm,
and he was having some troubles with it. And so what he would do is he would see me, and then he would slowly swim by me to like say, look, mommy, look at my fin. And then he would like dash all the way back to the other
hmm,
side of the tank, and then he would slowly swim by me again to show me his fin.
interesting.
And it was just like the way he would slowly swim by me and then dart all the way back so he could show me again. He's like, Mommy, look at my fin. And then when he had cottonmouth, he kept coming up to me and like opening his mouth. Like, I mean, obviously his mouth is irritated, so he's going to open it a bunch. But I mean, he'd always look at
Huh.
me and do that, and it allowed me to see the problem. And he's done that with everything, where he intentionally tries to show me what's wrong. Or at least that's the way I'm interpreting it. I could just be projecting.
See, maybe I'm wrong, but I guess I've had fish do that too. But I guess when I'm trying, I put that the wrong way. I'm trying to figure out a way to put it into
You're good.
words.
You're good.
It's like, I guess the better way to say, they're enclosed. They can't actively pursue you to say something's wrong. Like when
Yes.
my dog started to go downhill with her Cushing's, she like let us know. There was like she gave us the side eye a bunch when she was laying there. It's like, hey, take me to the doctor, you ding dongs. But the happy side of that story is actually she was treated for it. We got to spend another few years with her before she passed. So that was really good. And also because initially they told us to put her down after she tore both of her rear ACLs. But instead of doing that, we actually opted to. We tried. There was like a laser surgery treatment, and they did acupuncture. And
wow.
both of her ACLs actually healed, and we never had issues with them again.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so that's why I always tell people it's like if it's like cancer or something, yeah, you should trust your vet. But when it's something like a physical injury, always get a second opinion if you can.
Yeah.
Because it's not that you don't trust of it. Having two, there's never anything wrong with having two inputs contrast to be able,
Exactly. And do your own research as well.
to an
Like,
extent. Sorry,
well,
I
I
always
mean,
I always say that because then don't go like anti-vax mom on Facebook kind of stuff. But
well, that's just stupid. But
yeah, it is.
yeah, I mean, I always look things up because you can never like always trust what people say. Not saying you can trust everything on the internet either. But I know my little guy had fin rot at one point, and I called Petco to see if they had specific medicine, and I told the girl what was up, and she was their aquarium specialist, and I get Petco's not a doctor. But she's like, "Oh, you can't do anything for fin rot. He's just gonna die," and that's
Oh
that. And I'm
gosh.
like, "Excuse me?" So I went down there and I actually talked to her manager because I know that her manager and he's really the fish specialist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, do you know that she's telling people that fin rot is uncurable and your fish is gonna die, so deal with it? It's like, but because I had done my own research, I knew that that was stupid and horrible information.
Yeah.
But some people don't do their research, and so they'll just take what people say as fact.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's why I loved that Pets when I worked at. Everyone there kind of had an idea that wasn't like uninformed on fish. I always will say that PetSmart, that was such a special experience getting to work there because it was such a great group of people,
Oh,
and
good.
I felt like we kind of defied the expectations for a chain pet store because everyone, we weren't selling people, an Oscar for a half gallon. That wasn't going to happen there. Yeah, pretty much all my coworkers had tanks. If not, they asked me or my other coworkers with tanks questions about them. It was really cool. But yeah, that's why I'm hoping to get another opportunity in working with pets, is because that area of work is so cool. And I just like being able to interface with people and help people. That's kind of why I'm doing healthcare as my
Yeah, there you
career.
go.
That's what I always tell. It's the way I tell my little brother is like you just got to kind of interpret don't ignore the fact that there's things you like to do every day, because in the bigger picture, there's something out there that will align with each one of those things. Maybe not all of
Yep.
them, but you'll find an interest. But not also, I'm a huge don't be afraid to not, go to trade school. Don't let the high school tell you, oh, you can't do trades, you can't do all this.
There's
Higher,
always jobs.
yeah, you should pursue a higher education, in my opinion, but don't think that college is the only way to get a higher education. Apprenticeships, trade school,
For sure.
all sorts of stuff, like culinary school if you want to do food. It's yeah. Man, I've gone wildly off topic, but still, but even then,
That's okay.
it's like fish tanks. That spirals for people into careers. It's your hobbies tell you more than you think they do, and I wish people would pay more attention to their passions. But
Yeah, I know. I'm actually I'm getting my degree in community arts as a major and
very
nonprofit
cool,
as a minor.
very cool.
And one of my biggest passions is volunteering and helping people out, and seeing a community that really needs help and doing something about it.
Yeah,
And so the community arts job allows me to be in those positions where I can help people out, and then I'm going to use my nonprofit minor to help fund it. And
awesome.
everybody's like, well, you can't make good money in nonprofit. I'm like, honestly, that's a fair trade for me, is being able to
Yeah,
do some good and, doing well enough to live rather than,
exactly.
going against what I value in order to make, a few extra bucks.
Yeah, it's good pay shouldn't override happiness.
Yeah, for sure.
Too many people just want to do stuff because it's big money, and they'll end up being. And you do not. If you don't like what you do, then you're never going to do great.
For sure.
That's why
And it can be so unhappy too. I see so many people unhappy in their jobs and they don't do anything about it.
Yeah, but I also think too that people, they say that a lot, but then it's also understand there's no way that you're gonna like every second of every day on your job. Everybody has a bad day, but it's looking at that. If every day you come to work with, you feel content with what you're doing and you're confident in what you're doing, maybe you have a customer that gets upset with you. Maybe you sprain an ankle, you do something like that. You're like, and you don't. In the big scheme of things, you're still doing something that you're content with. I think too many people try to find that go into the workplace expecting every day if they did what they wanted it to be. But I mean, I know I'm kind of rambling, but I know someone that has this assumption that as long as you get to do exactly what you want to do, you're always going to be happy. Which everybody has bad days, but it's the ability to wake up the next morning and say, I still have faith that I could have a good day today. You're not waking up every morning saying, "Oh, it's going to be another terrible day."
Yeah.
That's when I work. Like when I worked at PetSmart, if I had a bad day, I could still say the next day, it's like I still have confidence. I'm going to go to work and enjoy it today. It's. I don't know if I explained that well, but that's
It's rewarding. It's a reason,
exactly.
not necessarily a full reason to get out of bed, but it makes it okay to get out of bed and go to work every day and do the grind.
Yeah, and it's just I think people have that one bad day and they give up or get a negative mindset way too easily. That's why, yeah. But I don't know how. Yeah, I think that's I've said about all I can say on that. I guess I keep getting mesmerized by what my beta keeps trying to wedge himself under and move some Java moss that I just threw in the tank to let grow.
He's like, "What the heck is this? You're in my spot."
He's currently flaring at it.
Oh.
I'm starting to think he might not be the brightest fish. Okay, now he's attempting to eat it.
Yep, he's figuring it out. He's like, "What is
I know.
this thing?"
It's just so weird because every time I've never had a beta do that when I put moss in the tank. I wish I could flip the carrot because oh my gosh. Oh, okay, he's done. Now he's going to work on his little bubble nest again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mine's been relentless on his bubble nest recently.
I've
had him for almost a year, and he never was this serious about bubble nesting. He goes on patrol all the time now, being all puffed up like a peacock. And then when I get too close to the tank, he runs over to his bubble nest like, "Nope, my bubble."
Nope. Yeah, yeah. It's like I've been feeding you for over a year, dude. You think we're done with this whole dance now, but yeah, that's the
Yeah.
funny thing. I have one guy that he is like is a weird beta because he got big. He's not a giant beta, but he's definitely larger than your average beta. And he has this habit of like half of his tank will just be a huge bubble nest.
Wow. There
Like it
you go.
after a water change, when his water's clean and he gets fed, he'll just sit there for hours and just build these massive bubble nests. I've never seen anything like it.
Yep.
And he gets real mad when water changes happen and it disappears again. I almost think maybe it's just to spite me because he thinks maybe I'm like jealous or something and I keep destroying him because of that. But
Aw.
yeah, betas are
Well,
fun.
maybe he's. Yep.
My
Yep.
flower horns just bite me.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yep.
One of them is new, though, right?
Yeah, the one on screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's when he was still kind of shy. Now, when I put my finger on the tank, he will. I don't want to do it as much because he'll like charge it, and that's the
Oh.
big warning for any aspiring flower horn keepers if they're going to attempt grooming. Not necessarily something I think is necessary, but if you put the mirror in to let them exercise and like flare and get aggressive with it,
Mm-hmm.
never ever put it on the outside of the tank because your flower horn will charge it and they will break their spine.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
I didn't know
that's
that they flared.
well, yeah. Well, I don't think it's not like flare, but he puff. They'll puff their
Puff
gills out
out.
and like,
Yeah.
and they'll just get all like they'll kind of whack their body against it. Their mating ritual is pretty violent.
Good stuff.
Yeah, like if you don't pay attention, like my female has a permanent scar on her, and my male does on the lip because I had them with a really good divider separated, but
Mm-hmm.
it was my first breeding attempt. I had done all the research. So I'm not saying I like just dived into it like, oh, I'll throw them together. They were divided. They were getting acclimated to each other. My male rammed, like he jumped the divider because I accidentally left the tank lid open. He somehow
Oh.
jumped the divider and got in with the female.
Wow.
And they were
There
swimming
you
around like they
go.
were paired up in the morning, but he had a chunk taken out of his lip. So now
They just had to establish themselves.
he has a permanent divot. Well, they still fought, so I separate them. I think I'm going to let the male get another inch or two on my female before I try again.
Mm-hmm.
But so now he's got like a little divot in his lip. My female definitely is aggressive. She's the one that'll really go after my hand if I put my fingers in the top of the water.
Is that always, or is it just like on certain seasons where she might
Oh no,
be
it's always.
hormonal? Just always, okay.
No, she just doesn't like anyone touching her tank. She doesn't want. It's her thing. It's her house. It's not like I'm not feeding her to doing water changes. She's just
Uh-huh.
in perpetual. She's just got the personality of a beta.
Yeah, she's territorial.
A little
What are you
bit.
doing in my home? Go
I
away.
made like a custom like barrier because I realized that the flower horns could see each other. And my female would just sit in the corner and stare and watch the male like for all day. She was just like daring him. It's like, yeah, come over here. But yeah, they're fun fish. I always say if you have a tank big enough, flower horn is definitely something you should keep.
Yeah.
Anybody in chat?
Nope.
Ah, bummer. I was bummed that it
Yeah.
crashed because,
People will come back.
oh well.
Maybe repost the link. I don't know if you did that or not.
I don't want to spam though.
Well, I mean, like Aaron and whatnot, or did you already talked with Aaron about it? So he
I
let
did
you
not
do
get
the initial.
explicit permission. I got permission from all of the other
Okay,
admins.
that should be okay then. So I don't think that they would mind if you reposted it, just because you're not actually spamming. You're just like, hey, technical difficulties, we've got it going now. But up to you.
We'll give it a try.
And then if not, you can just blame it on me. I'm a moderator, so they can pick on me.
I don't want to at everyone again because that's
Maybe just in like the picture channel, because that's where everybody was posting and being active. And
if you. Okay. I just sent something in freshwater for now. Let's see.
There you go.
Yeah. I wish I was on more when Aaron is on, because I haven't talked to him in VC in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, he's got an odd schedule too, with his work.
Yeah.
He's been pretty silent on my end as well for a few days.
Yeah. So hey, Aaron, if you're watching the stream, hit me up. I miss talking to you, dude. But yeah, I've really enjoyed my time on this the Discord server, which will be plugged in the description of both of these VODs. Wait, is it nighttime in these tanks already? Wait, what time is it? Oh, 6
Are
already?
you Central? Oh no, Eastern?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, 6.
Yay, the Midwest.
Yep, I'm Central.
Good old Indiana.
Yeah.
All right. Any new stuff and photos? Maybe just everybody got bit. You know what? Oh, I forgot. I didn't get Nobles.
Oh, his pictures up.
No. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff going on. I was in VC with him last night. But, yep. But, yeah, fascinating. We do have 3 viewers. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in after the technical difficulties. We still are taking submissions to throw up on screen. If anybody wants to post some more, just make sure to @ me in the hashtag photos section of the Aquarium Community Discord. I need to drink my tea. My throat hurts. Jeez Louise. I wonder if I could fade my aquarium lights back on. This looks kind of depressing with both the tanks off behind me.
Yeah. So do flower horns do they like bare bottom, or do they like plants, or?
They seem to function fine in bare bottom and perfectly happy, because if you put them in with any decorations, in my experience, they will attempt to destroy themselves on them.
Oh.
Especially my first male, he just saw any decorations as that is a potential threat. So I'd wake up and I threw in one shelter for him, and it would be flung upside down on the other side of the tank.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, not to say they can't function with sand and stuff. It just they do fine in bare bottom. It's easier to maintain water quality. It's not going to impact their happiness, in my experience, and it's just less likely that they'll injure themselves on sharp decorations and stuff like that, because they're not the most graceful fish in the world. As you can imagine, if you had a massive Megamind head, it's hard to be as graceful as a butterfly, you know?
Yeah. I hate to leave you if nobody's here, but I needed to finish cleaning up the bathroom.
No worries. No worries. I'll probably wrap up the stream here in a bit if we don't get any more activity going on, and I'll just stream more later this week and do the giveaway later this week.
Yeah, that sounds good. I subscribed, so I'll keep an eye out.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for posting it in the events, or whichever one it was, announcements.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah, announcements, because that's how I found it. So.
Gotcha.
Cool beans. All right, take it easy, hon. I'll catch you later.
Thank you. I'll catch you later. All right. Sorry, sending some messages. Oh, skipped frame. Ooh. All right. So we've been going for about, concluding the other stream, I think, a little over 2 hours now. Not sure. Totally awesome. Running out of steam. Fish are asleep. So, anybody have any more questions, submissions? I know the user Noble had some really cool videos that I either will show this stream if we get some more activity, or I'll wait until next stream to show. Which this will, and I think next stream we will be doing a giveaway of a $25 Fandango gift card. So the plan will be is like we'll do the same kind of stream, hopefully get more people on to talk. And at the end, we'll say, in chat, I'll figure out a riddle. Whoever figures out the riddle first and is subscribed to my channel will win the gift card and go to the movies. But, alright guys, it has been a distinct pleasure streaming for you guys and hanging out tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for joining the Aquarium Community Discord server. I really have enjoyed doing this so far and can't wait to do it again. Have a great night, guys. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, because we're going to keep doing this.